just start with some general comments about how you felt about the game and so forth, and then we'll open it up for questions.
It was a pretty good game.
If you want to just kind of move closer to the microphone.
It was a pretty good game. We thought our compete level was not to the standard that we hoped for. We didn't get the bounces tonight. Harvard competed, and that's why they won the game.
Questions, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to raise your hand, just identify who you are. This is the format we followed last week. Identify who you are, your affiliation, and ask questions of Luke.
Hi, Luke, Rich Johnson, Boston Herald. It's kind of off top a little, but you got a lot of home games coming up, and just talk about your stretch run in Hockey East now, and final month of the season.
Yeah, we've been a streaky team this year. It seemed we went out west and won some big games. Hopefully, we can put that streak into Hockey East wins and climb back up the ladder. Maybe into the 6th, 7th place, so we can play a little easier team than BC and BU. But we'll see. We'll see.
Ryan, did you have a question? Okay.
Alex Tuckerman, WRBB Radio. Luke, you mentioned it's been a streaky team this year. So what do you think you can attribute that to when you see?
Our focus, I'd say, is the biggest thing. When we were streaking, when we were winning games, we seemed to be on real focused, and pucks were going our way. We had a few bounces tonight that didn't go in. I'd say that when we were streaking, we played hard, we played it hard, and our confidence level was really high.
Coach, we started with Luke and made a couple opening comments. If you would make some comments, then we'll go back to asking questions of Luke, and once we're done, you'll be free to go, and then we'll ask questions of you. Coach, comments about the game?
Yeah, sorry for leaving here, Luke. And sorry for being like, we just, we got out there, we didn't play with the effort and the energy level that we needed to bring in this game. Yes, it's a Consolation game, but it's a game for us that we need to build some momentum and play well, and we're in a fight for a playoff spot. And this was a game that we needed to have, and we tried to approach it with a playoff-like atmosphere. We were here a week ago Monday that I want to forget about, and then last Friday night we played really well for New Hampshire and came on the short side of a 3-2 game, but played hard, had an effort, and we just didn't bring the same type of intensity. For me, mature teams, when they're in these situations that we're in tonight, rise to the occasion and realize that, yeah, it's a Consolation game, but it's a hockey game. There's a scoreboard there for a reason. They keep score because it's a hockey game. We just didn't approach it with that same focus and purpose that we needed to. Congratulations to Harvard. They won the game and beat us.
Elliot?
Elliot Olshansky, NCAA.com. Luke, is there something that you get out of being here, even in Consolation type atmosphere, that makes this it makes the experience of playing here special more than it would if you were playing on campus, or would this game mean just as much if you were playing it on campus, either at Matthews or Harvard?
The Beanpot's, I'd say, the biggest tournament of any of the tournaments in NCAA. The atmosphere here is great. The people that come support the team. We had a huge crowd last Monday. It's too bad we had a tough loss, but the atmosphere it's electric, and it's a lot of fun playing here.
But I mean, in a game like this one today, does it happen?
No, it's just, you got to approach it as just another game, and if we're playing at Matthews or if we're playing on the road, you got to have that focus, you got to have that mentality that we're going to win the game, and we have to just go out and do it. It's the same atmosphere as any atmosphere you've ever played.
Any last questions for Luke before we
Andy Merritt from the New England Hockey Journal. Luke, can you just talk about Robbie Vrolyk and what he's brought to the team? He's not a guy with big numbers, but he's obviously been kind of a big part of this team for a couple of years now.
Yeah, he had the injury last year, which kept him out. He's so fast and so quick and agile that when he plays with the two guys he's playing with, Tuck and Blocks, I think he'll be the fastest line in Hockey East, and they have a lot of talent on that line. And he's scrappy, he gets in the corners, he's not afraid to hit somebody. I think he's a huge asset to our team.
Luke, thanks very much. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach Madigan, please.
Alex House, WRBB. I asked this of Luke a couple of moments ago and last to you as well. You mentioned that your team has been streaky this year and there's been a lack of focus. To what do you attribute that to?
If I had that answer, I think I'd solve the problem, the riddle. In times, it's our approach as we approach the game and not being ready to play, and I don't take ownership on that. At times, when we get down a goal, we lose focus a little bit and try to do a little too much on our own individually and not play as a team. This is the game, and there's ups and downs during the course of the game, and it's the teams that understand how to manage the peaks and valleys during a game, and there are plenty of peaks and valleys in a 60-minute game that the teams that can play composed and poised are usually going to end up winning at the end of the game, excuse me. And we haven't demonstrated that poise and composure for a full 60 minutes.
Any, yes, right here.
Scott McGraw from College Hockey News. What did you think of Clay's play, and do you think he might see more playing time moving forward?
I thought Clay did a good job. That's his second start of the year. He's worked really hard in practice. He's a great kid and does all the right things, so he deserves a start. We'll reassess after tonight as we roll our whole lineup and determine who's going to go on Friday and Saturday. But I like the way he played. He competed well, and he did a good job. He kept us in there early on some saves because we didn't give him a lot of help early in the game.
Any last questions for Coach Madigan? Right down, Elliot.
Elliot NCAA.com. Coach, just can you tell us a little bit about how coaching in the tournament this year in the Beanpot has just changed your perspective on it, or affected your perspective on it in any way?
The tournament's a great tournament. Being able to be an assistant coach in this tournament and being able to be a player in this tournament. So you talked about, I think you had asked a question earlier just about the atmosphere here. It's a great atmosphere. Last Monday was a great atmosphere. Unfortunately, we stopped it going. My perspective is that it's a great tournament for real good schools every year. I mean, BC, Harvard, and Northeastern. So, we're thrilled to be part of it. I'm not thrilled with our effort for 2 games. Quite frankly, I'm embarrassed with our effort for 2 nights. And apologize to our alumni and our student body, the doghouse, and everyone else, our fans who come out to support us each and every week. Because those are 2 bad performances in this tournament. As far as the tournament's concerned, it's a first-class tournament. We're going to do a great job running it. We're privileged to be part of it, and it's the mecca of college hockey for tournaments.
Coach, thank you very much. Good luck the rest of the season.